After exploring the coulees frozen in snow, I descended into the wooden depths of the coulees. It was there that I made my first encounter with one of nature's most odd, intriguing, and unforgiving animals of the land, the porcupine.
Long and behold, I have found the porcupine I was looking for. I was actually all the way over there, and I saw that little dark spot. I said to myself, well, that has to be a porcupine. It's too dark and condensed looking to be a nest. Look at that, what do you know? Little porcupine. So we're gonna have to get up over here and go through down here, because I know this little patch, and there'll be a little drop off right up down here. Nice little tunnels that, I don't know, some kind of animal or maybe people walk through. I think this one's a porcupine I've been keeping an eye on. Haven't seen him in a long time. Little porcupine buddy, I like to say. Although he doesn't seem to have the same kind of, fond taking of me. Oh, look at him up there. Majestic and shenanigans. Oh, look at him. I wonder if he'll poop on me. Oh, look, there's some pee. See anything else? Hi, porcupine. Hi. See some snow he's dropped. Which way did he come? That's my question. So there's this trail right there. There's a trail right here. There's another trail right there. So maybe he's been up and going. Probably crawled up there when he heard me. Because, I mean, maybe I couldn't see him from the angle that I was at, but I didn't see anything there. No, I couldn't have, because stuff's not fresh. I'm scared he'll poop on me. Like a monkey. Feeling kind of nice. Kind of want to leave him a little snack. Just a little one. Not enough for him to survive or anything. Because you don't want to feed wild animals and then they start to lose their wild and become tamed. Not domesticated, because that's when you breed an animal to become very docile, like a dog or a donkey. That's the... Even if a dog eats you alive, it's still domesticated. Tamed or... Oh look, he's moving. Oh my god, this is hell of that, dude. Tamed means like wild, but friendly around humans or friendly around the one person. I just want him to be a little friendly to me. Look, I've totally caught his attention. Oh, buddy, I got the good stuff. Look, there's some battered down snow there, so I know that he gets up and down there, because I don't want to put it somewhere where he can't get to, and it might fall off and get hurt, or just cold and wet and uncomfortable. Oh, look at him. Seems like doing something. I'll just leave a little bit like this. Put it on the ground, something else might eat it. Don't want to check the coyote while he's down here, although I don't think a coyote would have a chance. Oh, nope, he's going away. He does not want to deal with me. Uh-oh. Oh man, look at him. Okay, I must be scaring the heck out of him because he's going very far away. Oh, sorry. Maybe I shouldn't have sat underneath. Number one leading deaths of porcupines is actually falling out of trees because they don't have much predation. Pretty difficult to find them. Unless if you're me. And yeah, since they climb around a lot, that's the leading death. Although porcupine wouldn't die here because there's enough snow to cushion the fall. It wouldn't die. Just get a little shook. Right, buddy? You get it right. Shook. Shook it.
As I traveled across the deep Canadian winter snow, The trace evidence of porcupines was apparent. Many shrubs around the area bared bite marks along their bark, which clearly matched the rodent teeth patterns of the porcupine. After traveling over 2 more coulees, I spotted my second porcupine, although this time it was not in a tree but at ground level. I knew this was the perfect time to do something crazy for the camera. For this part of the video, there are 2 different recordings being used because the original footage didn't capture the action, but a couple parts of the first video were irreplaceable nonetheless.
Angle was too inclined, so I completely missed it all. But this time, the camera's on a deep decline, so it should be matched. Now, something you'll notice about when you first find a porcupine is that well, this one's not motionless, but usually they will be completely motionless. Now, don't go up to it thinking that it's dead or something, and go to pet it to see what it feels like, because unless if its eyes are open for too long, its legs are splayed out, and it's got flies, it's gonna be alive. I'm hoping I don't slide into this face first. Now, there are 3 different species or types of porcupines in the world today. There is the North American porcupine, there's the African porcupine, and there is the South American porcupine. And these ones are kind of the only ones I can't catch barehanded because, like, I think that it probably has to do with the winter and that they need to stay, like, keep their body tight during the winter to stay warm. But, like, you can touch them anywhere and it'll either bite you, claw you, or spike you. Most likely spike you. So you grab the head, those big claws come up, they're ripping your flesh. Let it bite you, you're done. Grab its legs. The dexterity on their tails is amazing. It'll get you anywhere. Now, all of these have quills, and share a pretty common ancestor. They're actually originally from Africa, migrated to South America across the Atlantic, and then migrated up into North America when North America and South America connected in the Cenozoic. Alright. Oh, sorry. Now, I want to get him to spike my stick, because then we can see how it defends itself, and we can get an up close of the quill. Now, we really got him scared down there, which sucks because now the video's not me. Shoot. Now it's not going to look as good, but that's okay. We can just... Oh, spike it! Yes, we got it! Whew, we got a quill. Thank goodness. Sorry there, porcupine. Probably scared the crap out of him. For those of you who fall for myths, porcupines don't shoot spikes. Wow! Look at that. A coyote, even like a cougar. You got a claw or take a mouthful of that, you were be in a lot of pain and probably die of either infection or starvation because you can't hunt. Ooh, here we go. We got a real nice quill. Now, something extra dangerous about these North American porcupines is that their quills are barbed. The point of their quills being barbed has 2 benefactors. One is that it makes it easier to go into the animal, and the second being that it doesn't come out, so that animal really learns not to tackle a porcupine. What it is you can see you might be able to see at the end of the black here, it's got little like pointy things sticking out, almost like little spider hairs, it looks like. And I can feel it gripping my finger going up. Down, perfectly smooth. Going back up, that's difficult. And then, also throughout the whole spine, they have micro scales along the, or micro keratin scales along the whole quill. And they're specialized
filaments just like in hair, since these are both keratin. This is just a very specialized type of hair. And what that does is it scales going back, so it goes in an animal real smooth, but when you pull it out, they all splay out and they get really stuck. So I'll demonstrate here with my glove what it's like when it stabs something. So it goes in real easy. Look at that, right out the other side. But look at this, when you pull, see how much that tugged? This is pretty loose, a lot looser than animal fur would be, but look at that tugging. Let's get it real bundled up here. Oh yeah, and then there you can see really nice, it's grabbed a lot of the fibers from that glove getting ripped out. And you put that in meat, or even just other animal fur. A plane flew by last time. You wrecked my outro. But you can really see how grippy that is. And with the 3 species of porcupine, the best way to tell the difference between them, besides knowing which continent you're on, are their tails. Because North American porcupines, as you could see it running away, oh, spike it, no, spike it. They have very broad and rather short tails. Now those tails are strictly for defense. They are mostly an arboreal species, meaning they climb trees a lot since they eat bark and berries and stuff, and that keeps them really safe from predators. But they're not used for climbing at all. They are just used to smack predators in the face when it feels threatened. African porcupines have what would be like a bunny tail if it was covered in spikes. So they don't really defend themselves with their tails. They're just there to, I don't know, protect their butts, I guess. They're not really that useful. And then South American porcupines have a prehensile tail. And what that means is it's like the South American monkeys, in that the tails are coordinated enough that they can grip branches. And those are for climbing, since it looks like they have spiky monkey tails. And all the porcupines have quills and use them to defend themselves. African porcupines, their quills are not barbed. The reason why is not fully understood. But North Americans barbed, and South Americans did some research, couldn't find out. Porcupines are the 3rd largest family of rodents, besides capybaras and beavers, I believe. There's beavers we have here too. But what the porcupines eat during the winter right now is they eat bark. And we should... Oh, here's a good example right here. The porcupine was eating that bark right there. And that's what they eat in the winter. They eat bark, pretty much that's all. And in the spring they'll eat berries, more bark. They're browsers, not grazers. I'm gonna bring these home because these are cool. The ends there, they're really small. That way they come out real easy. They have, North American porcupines, the adults, they have around 30,000 spiked quills. There's never a shortage of pain. I wanna try to show how hard they hit. Getting spikes into their attackers aren't their only weapons. Since they're rodents, they have ever-growing incisors. So much like a beaver. Yeah, see, you can see it. It pulls up all of its hairs and tenses its back, like a cat, which is the same as in all mammals, but cats are the most well-known one. Where it gets stressed out and its spikes go up. We're just gonna poke it on its tail here. Ooh! Ooh! That was a good one. It thrust their back into it too. You could see it sweep with its tail. That's a booty you don't want to mess with. They dislodge a whole bunch of spikes. Like, look at that. 5. That's what I call scary. Alright, sorry for your troubles, little buddy. Whew. Whew. Those are going to be in keepers. Keep in mind that this is a hard plastic that it's stabbing through. If you put my hand up to there, it can hit the bone. Bad thing about if you leave porcupine spikes in is because they're barbed, they just keep on going forward into your body, like over time, instead of like getting pushed out or something. So they can eventually get to your bone and then cause like a bone infection, which infects your blood because of the bone marrow inside, and then you are dead. So I had a lot of success making this video. I found 2 porcupines, went sledding down snow cliff. I think that this should bring up a good point about global awareness of global warming and stuff, because as much as I hate the snow like 90% of the time, and as much as it might seem like it kills off landscapes, animals die, plants go dormant, make fauna starve. Winter, especially in northern and very northern and very southern hemispheres, are very important for our ecology. The snow, when it comes by, it cleans the land essentially. A big part of that has to do with ticks, with deer and moose infection, and all general human and pet health if you like to take them out on the coulees. Because the cold has been appearing later and going by faster and not as much, large moose populations have died because they get so filled with ticks because not enough of them are killed in this winter. And that's one reason why we need this winter. It produces a lot of moisture for the ground, especially when it melts and stuff. And in between the winter when it starts melting and then snows again, excellent source of hydration, really helps to reduce wildfires, which since a lot of forests and grasslands haven't been managed very good in the 100 years with a big prevention of forest fires. You get a forest fire now and it decimates the land. Forest fires are natural. They keep a ecosystem healthy too, but at the extremeness that these latest wildfires have had, like in Waterton, it's really not good. So snow helps ecosystems healthier the spring and summer and really gives it a good clean. Snowshoeing part, that's super fun too. I would hate to not be able to go snowshoeing in this land. And remember to learn and respect your environment. See ya.